Politics now erupts over the Chief of Defence Staff chopper crash in Parliament. Mallikarjun Kharge says the opposition was not permitted to pay their respects on the floor of the House to General Bipin Rawat, his wife Madhulika Rawat and others who were on board that helicopter that crashed. Mallikarjun Kharge says they wanted to speak, opposition wanted to speak and express their condolences on the floor of the House but were not permitted to do so. Let's quickly listen in to Mallikarjun Kharge before I get you more on that story.
इनका सबका कहना एक ही था कि हम भी 2-2 मिनट या 1 मिनट अपनी हृदयपूर्वक श्रद्धांजलि उनको अर्पित करें, लेकिन ना सरकार ना चेयर हमको अलाउ किया। श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करने के लिए भी हमको जो समय नहीं दे रहे, इस घटना का हम निंदा करते हैं।
Mallikarjun Kharge is the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha. Joining me now for more on the stories, India Today's Supriya Bharadwaj. Supriya, is this the angst of the Congress, or did other opposition parties also join in? They wanted to express their condolences, and why were they not permitted?
Well, Gaurav, it's not just the Congress but the entire opposition walked up to Vijay Chowk from the Parliament and said that they wanted to express their condolences. They wanted to pay homage to the greatest son of the country, General Bipin Rawat, the CDS. But they were not permitted and the politics was played. To talk much more about this issue, I've been joined by Mr. Nasir Hussain. Mr. Hussain, why are you saying that the politics is being played?
See, I don't want to say that politics is played. It is just we wanted the media and the people of the country to know that General Bipin Rawat didn't belong to any political party. He was an asset for the nation. He was a man for the entire country. So everyone had a right to pay their homage and condolences. So as is the tradition, for people from outside the country, for Nelson Mandela and other leaders, whenever these kind of sad days were there for them also, we did pay our homage, and we did allow the opposition parties to pay their homages and condolences, even for the leaders from outside the country. So he is a great leader for the country. With the CDS, he is the first CDS, and before, one should understand that this authority vested in the President of India before him. For such a great person, what would have happened for the government if they had allowed 20-30 minutes and allowed every floor leader of every political party to pay homage for a minute or half a minute or 2 minutes? That would have actually given a good message to the country. See, this is what actually the government is doing. They don't want opposition at all. They want to wipe out the opposition. They want only the government to be there and their party to be there. This is the reason why there are so many issues still pending in our country.
Well, it's not just the Congress, Gaurav, but even DMK, Mr. Elangovan came out and said that it was in Tamil Nadu where the chopper crashed, and on behalf of DMK and the government in Tamil Nadu, he wanted to express grief and offer condolences to General Bipin Rawat as well as the other military personnel who were present in that chopper and died due to that crash. To their family members, they wanted to offer the condolences, but they were not allowed to do so. This is what a very grave allegation which is coming from the opposition side. Why do you feel so? Because the Defence Minister made a statement, and on behalf of the entire House, the chairperson gave a message.
See, there's always a government and there's always opposition. And we have this convention of allowing the opposition leaders to pay homages, to send condolences through the floor of the House. And especially when the Parliament is in session, it would have hardly mattered anything to the proceedings of the day if you had allowed half an hour or 20 minutes to opposition leaders to say what they wanted to say. This is something departing from the convention that has been followed in our parliamentary democracy. Sure. So this is what the government is doing in everything. That is the reason why.
Well, Gaurav, this is what the sentiments of the opposition is. Also, that protest which was taking place today near the Gandhi statue was called off for a day. And opposition said that today they just want to grieve along with everyone in the country for the loss of the greatest son of the soil, CDS, General Bipin Rawat.
For the moment, Supriya Bharadwaj, many thanks. The nation is in mourning. The nation is yet to come to terms with this huge loss. India's first Chief of Defence Staff, truly a people's general, a soldier's general. There was a wreath-laying ceremony at the Madras Regimental Centre at Wellington. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, he paid his respects to the Chief of Defence Staff and others who lost their lives. After this, the mortal remains of the CDS, his wife Madhulika Rawat, Brigadier L.S. Lidder, his military assistant and others. Now, those mortal remains are being flown to the national capital on Friday. The mortal remains will be brought to the residence of the Chief of Defence Staff, where people will pay their respects from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. And then the funeral procession on a gun carriage, the mortal remains will be taken from the CDS's Kamraj Marg residence to the Brar Square Military Crematorium in Delhi Cantonment. The cremation of General Rawat will take place with full military honours. Rajnath Singh, the Union Defence Minister, briefed both houses of Parliament as he paid his respects, and he gave details of the sequence of events that led to this helicopter crash. Rajnath Singh said that around 11:48 in the morning, the helicopter took off from the Sulur Air Base. It was supposed to land at 12:15, but around 12:08, the chopper lost contact with the air traffic controller, and Air Marshal Manvendra Singh, the air officer commanding in chief of the training command, will lead a tri-services court of inquiry.
जनरल बिपिन रावत डिफेंस सर्विसेज स्टाफ कॉलेज वेलिंगटन के स्टूडेंट ऑफिसर से इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए अपने एक शेड्यूल्ड विजिट पर थे। एयरफोर्स के Mi-17V5 हेलीकॉप्टर ने कल 11:48 पर सुलूर एयरबेस से अपनी उड़ान भरी, जिसे 12:15 पर वेलिंगटन में लैंड करना था। सुलूर एयरबेस के एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल ने लगभग 12:08 पर हेलीकॉप्टर से अपना कांटेक्ट खो दिया। बाद में कुनूर के पास जंगल में कुछ स्थानीय लोगों ने आग लगी हुई देखी। जब वे भागकर उस स्थान पर पहुंचे तो उन्होंने मिलिट्री हेलीकॉप्टर के अवशेष को आग की लपटों से घिरा हुआ देखा।
And India Today's Pramod Madhav was at the crash site in Kunur. He brings us the latest on what happened. He spoke to eyewitnesses on ground. This is an India Today ground report.
We are currently at Nilgiris district, and this location is called Kateri. This is the place where the ground zero is. Unfortunately, the Mi-17V5 helicopter crashed, and for now, police personnel have not provided any permission to reach the spot. But however, behind us, almost 100 meters from us, you could see the crash spot. On that place, you could see Army personnel, Air Force personnel, everyone over there. The debris are still present at that point. The Army personnel and Air Force personnel are trying to take pictures, collect various equipment from there, perhaps like data recorders and such, and not just that. Over there you could see the broken trees as well. Earlier eyewitnesses said that as they were inside the home, you could see a couple of homes over there. They heard a loud bang, and then suddenly something came up crashing on those trees, and that was the Mi-17V5 helicopter, unfortunately killing 13 people, including the CDS. And one more information which we got is that the locals from this region were the first one to actually reach the spot, and they tried to help many people. And through these actual slopes and everything, they tried to bring out the people, and they have played a very important role in trying to rescue people at this point as well. Commendable job by the people from Kateri as well. The DGP of Tamil Nadu, Sailath Babu, has also reached the spot. He's also inquiring what happened at this point. And as we speak, the Chief Minister is at Wellington. Guard of honor for the fallen heroes is expected around morning, and from there to Sulur, and from there the mortal remains will be flown to Delhi as well. This is ground zero. This is where the unfortunate accident occurred. With Virijan's Divyan, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
India Today has also accessed the last footage of that ill-fated Mi-17V5 helicopter that crashed in Kunur, killing the Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat and several others on board. Now, this video captures the last few minutes. It appears to show that the helicopter was in control seconds before it flew into mist of fog as it's being described, and then there was the sound of a loud crash. Take a look at this report.
The frightful last moments of the ill-fated chopper carrying Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, wife Madhulika and 12 defence personnel. Caught on camera by a group of unsuspecting youngsters on ground in the Nilgiris mountains. The chopper can be seen and heard roaring overhead, with no apparent wobble and maintaining what looks like a steady course, but dangerously close to the foliage on the ground, navigating through foggy and misty skies, with apparent bad weather and low cloud cover. The youngsters can be seen stopping on the path, wondering what's going on. The video then catches a loud booming explosion sound in the background as the chopper, now not on camera, crashes into the terrain. Taken aback, the group of young residents are seen exclaiming, "Has it crashed?" The video then abruptly stops, but not before giving some important insight into what exactly went wrong seconds before the fateful mishap. Was it the bad, blinding, misty weather, which often grips these parts of Nilgiris at this time of the season?
The helicopter was definitely flying low because this area, you could see that the entire back area is completely covered in mist. Around 11 o'clock, this whole spot will be covered by mist. And generally, any kind of helicopter sortie that starts from Sulur and coming to Wellington base, they actually, from that crash point, either take a left or a right. On the left side, there is a hill that is almost twice the size of this one, which is completely covered by mist right now. And that's the only way they can go. And on the right side, but generally they prefer the left side. And as we speak, you could see the mist is setting in over there. And this is the most kind of unfortunate part.
Did the weather cause cockpit disorientation? Or was it some sudden technical snag? The black box retrieved from the wreckage holds important clues. Bureau Report, India Today.
So the black box or the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, they've been recovered. Information should be available, at least preliminary information, in the next 24 to 72 hours is what experts say. Listen in to an eyewitness account of what happened. What did people on ground see?
11:30 மணிக்கு நான் வீட்டில் இருந்துகிட்டு இருந்தேன். வீட்டில் இருக்கப்போ திடீர்னு ஒரு சவுண்டு கேட்டுச்சு. சவுண்டு கேட்டோன்னா கீழே இருந்து சத்தம் போட்டாங்க, ஏதோ நெருப்பு பிடிக்குது, என்னமோ வந்து விழுந்துருச்சு, நெருப்பு பிடிக்குது, ஒடியாங்கன்னாங்க. அப்புறம் நான் இங்கேருந்து கீழே போய் பார்த்தா எல்லாம் எரிஞ்சிக்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் நல்லா போய் கிட்ட பார்த்த உடனே தான் தெரிஞ்சிச்சு அது ஹெலிகாப்டர்னு. அது வரைக்கும் எங்களுக்கு அது ஹெலிகாப்டர்னு தெரியல. எங்களால் முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் நாங்கள் போய் தண்ணி.
मेरा लड़का जो बोला कि क्रैश हो गया, उसलिए हम आए, देखे, पूरा हेल्प किया, पानी पूरा उठा के पूरा सर्व किया कि तो रोड का बहुत दिक्कत है ना, उसलिए ये फायर स्टेशन आने में बहुत दिक्कत हो गया। उसके बाद सब लोग मिलके हेल्प किया, पूरा आंख के सामने आदमी लोग जला। क्या देखा आपने वहाँ? हेलीकॉप्टर गिर गया, आदमी जल गया, उठा के गए, एम्बुलेंस आई।
And Defence Minister Rajnath Singh informed the Parliament that a Tri-Services Board of Inquiry has been initiated into this chopper crash. This inquiry will be headed by Air Marshal Manvendra Singh, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Training Command. He is a seasoned helicopter pilot himself. Now, officials of the armed forces, the Army and the Air Force, they've retrieved the flight data recorder or the black box from the wreckage of the Mi-17 crash site. Now, the area to search for this black box, it was expanded from 300 meters to almost a kilometer plus to locate the black box. That has now been retrieved, and this black box is expected to provide crucial data on the chain of events. So conversations that the pilots had with the ATC, the conversation that the pilots had with each other, the height, the altitude, the speed, the engine, All of that information will be on the flight data recorder. A team of the Tamil Nadu Forensic Science Department headed by Director Srinivasan have also arrived at the crash site.
स्क्वाड्रन लीडर इस दुर्घटना के संबंध में इंडियन एयरफोर्स द्वारा एयर मार्शल मानवेंद्र सिंह की अध्यक्षता में एक क्राइस सर्विस इंक्वायरी के भी आदेश दे दिए गए हैं। इंक्वायरी टीम के ऑफिसर्स ने कल ही वेलिंगटन पहुंचकर अपना कार्य भी प्रारंभ कर दिया है।
Farm unions are on the verge of announcing the end of their one-year-long agitation at Delhi's borders. A formal announcement is scheduled shortly that is likely to end this agitation. They will vacate Delhi's crucial border highways under siege for months after the government in a fresh draft signed and agreed to almost all demands of farmers. Protesters at Singhu and Ghazipur border have passed a resolution to return home starting Saturday. Tents and structures are already being dismantled at the protest sites. I quickly want to cut across to Amit Bharadwaj joining us from the Singhu border. Amit, bring us details. What's happening on ground?
Gaurav, the latest update right now is that Singhu border was witnessing a very crucial and important meeting of the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha's full body, and that full body meeting is over, and the announcement of withdrawal of this movement is likely to be made. In fact, I'm joined by farm leaders who were part of the meeting which was being held at Singhu border. I'm joined by Raminder Singh Patiala. Sir, Andolan khatam ho raha hai. You are ending your protest.
Yeah, definitely. The farmer of this country achieved a historical milestone in the overall world scenario people movement. We achieved a historical milestone, and the farmer now start leaving the border from 11th of this month, and his farmer leadership pay the respect at Golden Temple on 13th. So the whole procedure is starting now. We will achieve a historical victory. This victory really changed the course of this nation.
So from 11th of December, the farmers will start officially withdrawing from the borders of Delhi. And on 13th of December, they will reach Amritsar, where they'll pay respect or offer prayers in Amritsar at the Harminder Sahib.
Keep tracking that story. This truly is huge. We will continue to get you the latest on this big story. Much more with Nabila Jamal on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us.